Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to make a bracelet today, and I'm going to use some of the beads that I have gotten from Beebeecraft. I have a coupon code for Beebeecraft, and actually it's a new coupon code. They let me know after I posted my last video that my coupon code had changed. The one that I had been using had expired. So if you tried to use the coupon that I talked about in my last video and it didn't work, I apologize. I didn't know they had changed it. My new coupon code is Teresa20, and it saves you 10% off your order if you make an order with them. So I'll put it on the screen here and in the description box below, along with a link to their website. So now it's Teresa20, and it'll save you 10% off your order if you make an order with them. And here I have some 4mm glass pearls that I got from Beebeecraft. The color is ivory. And here I've got some 4mm faceted round beads that I got from Beebeecraft. The color is turquoise. And here I've got some 3.5 by 3mm bicone beads that I got from Beebeecraft. The color is clear AB. I've got a toggle clasp that I got from Beebeecraft, a couple of wire guardians that I got from Beebeecraft, and a couple of jump rings that I got from Beebeecraft. So everything I'm using except for my seed beads and my thread and needle I got from Beebeecraft. For my seed beads, I've got some Miyuki 11.0 and 15.0 galvanized silver, Durcoat galvanized silver, and some Miyuki 15.0 turquoise Ceylon. I think some sites call the colors of the seed beads different colors. I think in some sites they're called maybe aqua green or something like that. I have a size 12 beading needle, and I'm going to be using my 6-pound fire line in crystal. I normally always use my smoke fire line, but since I'm going to be going through these clear bicones, I didn't want to put black thread through them. Of course, I'll be using my scissors and my thread burner to cut and burn down my fire line, and my pliers to put my clasp on at the end, and I use my pliers to flatten the thread so I can get it through my needle. I think that's everything. I'll put links to everything in the description box below that I'm using. Of course, everything that I'm using from Beebeecraft, and the other things that I'm using that didn't come from Beebeecraft, I'll see if I can find links to them. I think I can find links to all of this stuff and put it in the description box below. So hold on, I'll get some of this out of the way and I'll be back. Okay, I've got all my beads out here now. I've got my 4mm pearls, my 4mm faceted beads, my bicones, my silver 11.0s, my turquoise 15.0s, and my silver 15.0s. And I've got my needle threaded, and I've got a stop bead on here. And I'm leaving about a 12-inch tail to put my wire guardian on this end with, because I'm not going to be coming back down the bracelet. I'm going to embellish it as I go. You might not need that much. Some people just leave maybe 8 or 10 inches to put their clasp on with, but I just always leave 12 because I like to have plenty, because I don't like to struggle with a short piece of thread. And usually if I leave 8 or 10 inches instead of 12, I end up struggling. So this is going to be just really simple right angle weave. One side of the right side of my box is going to be one of my pearls. And these pearls have little tiny holes. It might take me a minute to pick them up. I'm going to zoom out and it'll make some of my beads go off the screen, but now I'm going to pick up an 11.0. For the top of my box is going to be an 11.0, a faceted turquoise bead, 2 of my silver 15.0s, another faceted turquoise bead, and an 11.0. So I have a pearl for the right side of my box, an 11.0, a faceted turquoise bead, 2 15.0s, another faceted turquoise bead, and an 11.0 for the top of my box. The right side of my box is going to be another pearl. I can find another one that I can get through easier. There we go. And then the bottom of my box is going to be just like the top of my box. It's going to be an 11.0. a faceted turquoise bead, 2 of my silver 15-0s, another faceted turquoise bead, and an 11-0. Bring them all down here to my stop bead. So I've got a 4mm pearl and a silver 11-0, a turquoise faceted bead, 2 15-0s, another turquoise faceted bead, an 11-0, a pearl, and 11-0, a turquoise faceted bead, 2 15-0s, silver 15-0s, and a turquoise faceted bead, and an 11-0. So I'm going to go back through this pearl to turn them all into a circle. Like that. Now I'm going to try to hold everything tight so that I don't have any thread showing. I'm going to go into this 11-0 and into the first 15-0 between the turquoise beads. Now I'm going to pick up another 15-0 and I'm going to go into the second 15-0 and on into the second turquoise bead and on into that 11-0. Makes a little triangle there. Now I'm going to sew into the pearl, the 11-0, the turquoise bead, and the first 15-0 on this side. Pull everything tight. Now I'm going to pick up another 15-0 and I'm going to go into the 15-0, into the turquoise bead, the 11-0, into the pearl, and I'm going to go into that 11-0 on the other side of the pearl. I'll zoom in just a little bit more. So I'm coming out of the 11-0 on the other side of that pearl. Now I'm going to do my embellishment. I'm going to pick up 2 of my turquoise 15-0s, 1 of my bicones, and 2 of my turquoise 15-0s. I'm coming out of this side of this 11-0. I'm going to go to the 11-0 on the opposite side, which would be this one, and go in the other side of it to go diagonally across there. I'm going to pull all that through, lay my embellishment over the top there. Now I'm going to go back through these, back into the 2 15-0s, the bicone, and the 2 15-0s. Hold my finger on them so that they don't come loose. Pull the thread through. And now I'm going to go into the opposite side of this 11-0 that I started in. I started coming out of this side of it. I'm going to go into this side of it. And I'm going to go on through the turquoise bead and 2 of the 15-0s. And going back through it like that just kind of straightens it up a little bit. Now I'm going to go into the third 15-0, the faceted bead, and the 11-0 down here. Now I'm going to pick up 2 of my turquoise 15-0s. And then I'm going to go into the bottom of this bicone, just the bicone. I'm going to hold my finger over the beads and pull my thread through. Pull that tight, and I'm going to pick up 2 more 15-0s. And I started coming out of this side of this 11-0. I'm going to go into the opposite side of this 11-0. Pull my thread through. And I'm going to go back through all those beads again. Pull my stop bead down to tighten everything up. Now, I think I'll turn this around so I can get to it easier. I'm going to go back into the 2 15-0s. Back into the bicone. The 2 15-0s on the other side of the bicone. And you don't have to do it all at once, although I'm being stubborn and trying to. There we go. Pull my thread through. And now I started coming out of this side of this 11-0. I'm going to go into the opposite side of it. And then I'm going to go on into that purl. I'm just coming out of the purl. So that's my first unit. Now I'm going to make another unit. And I'm going to zoom in just a little more. So I've already got the left side of my right angle weave unit, which is my purl. So I need the top. So I'm going to pick up an 11-0. Faceted turquoise bead. 2 of my silver 15-0s, a faceted turquoise bead, and an 11-0. And then for the right side of my box, I need a purl. And then for the bottom of my box, I need an 11-0 turquoise bead, 2 of my silver 15-0s, turquoise bead, and an 11-0. Bring all that down. Pull everything tight. Now I'm coming out of the top of this purl. I'm going to go on the bottom of it. Now I'm going to go into the 11-0, the faceted turquoise bead, and 1 of the 15-0s. And if you wonder why I didn't pick up 3 15-0s as I went around, it wouldn't have made that little triangle like I'm wanting it to if I did that. Plus, I played with this for an awful long time trying to get the spacing right, and it worked out better if there were just 2 15-0s in the middle there instead of 3. So that's why I did that. So now I'm coming out of that first 15-0, pick up another silver 15-0. I'm going to go into the second 15-0 and on into the turquoise bead and the 11-0. Now I'm going to go into the purl, the 11-0, the turquoise bead, and the first 15-0 on this side. I'm going to pick up another silver 15-0. and go into that second 15-0, on into the turquoise bead, on into the 11-0, on into the pearl. Now I'm going to go into this 11-0, just the 11-0. Now I'm going to pick up, I'm trying to see if I can tell which side of my embellishment. I don't think it really matters that much. I think it's in there pretty evenly, so I don't think there's really going to be a top or a bottom to this. So I'm coming out of the 11-0 there. I'll pick up 2 of my turquoise 15-0s, a back home, and 2 turquoise 15-0s. Coming out of this side of this 11-0, I'm going to go on the opposite side of the opposite 11-0. Now I'm going to go back through those beads again. Go through the 2 15-0s, the back home, and the 2 15-0s. Hold my finger over them so they don't come loose. Now, I started coming out of this side of this 11-0. I'm going to go on the other side of it. On into the turquoise bead, and on into 2 of those 15-0s if I can get in them. Looks like it just wants to go through one, so I'll just go through one. Okay, now I'm going to go into the 15-0 at the tip here. And the third 15-0, the turquoise bead, and the 11-0. Now I'm going to pick up 2 more of my turquoise 15-0s. And I'm going to go into the bottom of that back home, just the back home. I'm going to pick up 2 more of my turquoise 15-0s. And I started coming out of this side of this 11-0, so I'm going to go on the opposite side of this 11-0. Now I'm going to turn this around so I can work better. I'm going to go back through all these beads again. I'm going to go through the 2 15-0s, the back home, and the 2 15-0s. And I started coming out of this side of this 11-0. I'm going to go into the other side of it, and then on into that pearl. That's my second unit. Now I'll do one more and then I'll do the rest of them off camera. So I've already got my left side of my box, my pearl, so I need to pick up the right side of my box. I mean the top of my box, which is an 11-0, turquoise bead, 2 of my silver 15-0s, turquoise bead, and an 11-0. And then the right side of my box is going to be a pearl. And then the bottom of my box is going to be an 11-0, turquoise bead, 2 2 of my silver 15-0s, another turquoise bead, and another 11-0. I'm coming out the top of that pearl. I'm going to go on the bottom of it. Now I'm going to go into my 11-0, the turquoise bead, in the first 15-0. I'll pick up another silver 15-0. I'm going to go into the second 15-0, on into the turquoise bead and the 11-0. Make sure my little triangle forms the way I want it to. Now I'm going to go into the pearl, the 11-0, the turquoise bead, and the first 15-0. Pick up another silver 15-0. Go into the second 15-0, on into the faceted bead, the 11-0, and the pearl. Now I'm going to go into this 11-0. I'm going to pick up 2 of my turquoise 15-0s, a bicone, and 2 turquoise 15-0s. I'm coming out of this side of this 11-0. I'm going to go on the opposite side this 11-0. I'm going to go back through those beads again. Go back through the 2 15-0s, the bicone, and the 2 15-0s. Now, I'm going to go on the other side of this 11-0. On into the turquoise bead. And I got through the 2 15-0s that time. Now I'm going to go into the other 15-0, the turquoise bead, and the 11-0. Now I'm pick up 2 more of my turquoise 15-0s. And I'm going to go into the bottom of this bicone. Hold on to it, pull my thread through. Pick up 2 more of my turquoise 15-0s. And I'm going to go into the opposite side of this 11-0. Now I'm going to go through all these beads again. Go through the 2 15-0s, the bicone, and the 2 15-0s. And then I'm going to go into the opposite side of this 11-0 that I started in and on up into the pearl. That's 3 of my units, so I'm just going to keep doing this until I get the length that I want. And then when I come back, I'll put on one side of the wire guardian. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got the length that I want now. Now I'm going to put my wire guardian on. So I'm coming out of this purl where I put on my last unit. I'm going to pick up 4 11/0s. One of my bicones. Another 11/0. I'm going to go into my wire guardian. One side of my wire guardian. I'm going to come down the other channel of my wire guardian. Go back into the 11/0, back into the bicone, and back into the 11/0 under the bicone. I'll hold my finger over the bicone so the thread will land, the wire guardian, so the thread will land in the channel. I'm going to hold on to my wire guardian and pull my thread through to pull the slack out. Now I'm going to pick up 3 more 11/0s. I'm going to go into the other side of my purl. Now I'm going to go back up these 3 11/0s. The 11/0 under the bicone. The bicone. The 11/0 above the bicone. And back into the wire guardian. I'm going to go down the other channel of the wire guardian. Back into the 11/0. The bicone. The 11/0 under the bicone. Hold on to the wire guardian. Now I'm going to go down these 3 11/0s. Got a little bit of a slip knot in my thread there. I'm going to go down these 3 11/0s. I'm back into my purl. Now I'm going to go around all that one more time, and then I'm going to go down through here and tie 3 hatchet knots and end off my thread. And then I'm going to put on the other side of the wire guardian the same way. And then I'll just go ahead and put my clasp on. And when I come back, we'll see what I've got. So I'll be back. Okay, there's my bracelet all done, made almost entirely with beads and findings that I got from Beebeecraft. Like I said, except for the seed beads. Although Beebeecraft does have Miyuki seed beads on their site. They have 11/0s and 15/0s. I'm not sure if they have them in these exact colors, but they do have them. Put it together here so you can see it better. Clasp together. Oh, there we go. It's really not hard to do at all. It's just a simple little right angle weave bracelet. Like I said, if you decide you want to make an order with Beebeecraft, that coupon code will save you 10% off your order if you make an order with them. And I'll put a link to their website in the description box below. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook, Instagram, and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Take care.